Good to go. Welcome to my newbies. Welcome to Kinstretch. You haven't done a class before, have you?
No, I did one.
Did you one?
Yeah, about 60 days ago.
Oh, solid.
Solid.
I like the 60 days. So what this is about, especially for you, Dave, so we're working on flexibility, mobility, and range of motion. So really what we're trying to do is explore our range of motion that we have, really try to control it, and just work on improving it, right? So a lot of this is about feeling our bodies in space and learning to control what we have available to us. And when we learn to control that, our bodies will allow us to gain better range of motion on top of that. So a lot of times people like to get tricked into this and thinking that's a stretch class and you're just going to be in here relaxing. It's going to be a lot of work. Like Joe said earlier, he's like real sore from last week. That's what I get a lot. So if you need any modifications for anything, I have yoga blocks and other ways to modify. So if something feels off, just let me know and we can modify it if needed. But how we like to start, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with some cars. So we focus a lot on hips, shoulders, and spine in here because those are the three biggest areas I see people have problems with. And a lot of times when you clean up those areas, all the other things kind of feel better as well. So we're going to start on the hands and knees. And like I said, we're going to start with cars. So if you guys want to watch me first, especially my newbies, everybody who's been here a bunch will know what we're doing. But how I'm going to cue this out, and we're all going to go together. We're going to do 3 reps each side for this right here. So how I'm going to cue this out, I'm going to say bring your knee to your chest. So we're trying to bring that knee as far as we can without letting our butt tuck underneath us. So making sure to keep that core nice and tight, arms straight. So we'll be bringing that knee to our chest. We're bringing that knee to the outside. Then I'll say lift that ankle high. So we're trying to create that internal rotation. Then a big circle all the way around. And then we'll reverse that. So we'll go kick it straight up, turn that knee out, bring that knee all the way up to the elbow, and then back down. Notice I'm trying not to shift into my hips, keeping that core nice and tight, and I'm only going as far as my body is going to allow. So my range of motion is going to look different than your range of motion. It's going to look different than the person next to you. So make sure that you're not trying to get like a huge circle and you're just compensating into that other hip. Yeah. So everybody down the hands and knees. We're going to start with that left hip first, right? So I want everyone to bring that knee to your chest and just hold right there. So I want you to find your core, find your hip flexors. There you go. Now taking that leg out to the side, try to feel that glute doing the work. Now lift that ankle high to the ceiling, big internal rotation, and then rotate all the way around. There you go. I got you. Yep, bringing it down. Good, just like that. Then we're going to reverse it. We're going to kick it straight up, find that glute, rotate that knee out, come around this way. Good. Just try to keep this a little flatter. Okay. That was good, though. All right. We're going again. Rep number 2. Bring that knee to your chest. Hold right there. Bring that knee out. Find that glute. Lift that ankle, big internal rotation, then big rotation all the way around. Good, bringing it down. Reverse, kick it straight up, find that glute and hamstring, rotate out. Pause. Rotate out, bring it all the way up, and then back down. There you go. Good, nice and slow. So every rep, try to get even more controlled. Every rep, try to get feel your range of motion better. Try to feel the muscles activate better. Let's go 3rd rep. Bring that knee to your chest. Bring it out, around, then reverse it, kick it straight up. Turn it out, and bring it up. Good. So then we're going to switch legs. So now you kind of got the idea. So just try to keep getting more and more detailed as you do it, right? So try to keep your arms a little straighter. Try to keep your core a little tighter. Try to feel those muscles in your hip working a little bit more. So let's go right side or opposite side, whatever side you already did. So let's go everybody together, knee to chest. Bring that knee out. Feel that glute. Big ankle lift. Rotate all the way around. There you go, Dave. Bring it down. Good. Reverse it. Kick it straight up. Rotate out. Bring it to your elbow. So you're going to go here, rotate here, come up this way. There you go. Good. Again, knee to chest. Bring that knee out. Big ankle lift all the way around. There we go. I'm going to stand right here and make it a little harder. And then reverse it, kick it straight up. Rotate that knee out. Knee all the way up to that elbow and down. Good. Last rep on this side. Let's go knee to chest. Out. Big ankle lift all the way around. I like the fuzzy socks. Reverse it, kick it straight up, rotate out. Knee to elbow, good. Nice. There we go. So if you need to shake those wrists out a little bit, that's fine. We're gonna stay on our hands and knees for all 3 of our CARS variations we're gonna do today. So if you need to give those wrists a little break, a lot of times that pressure on those hands and knees can be tough. So the next one, we're gonna go to our spine, right? So like I said, hips, shoulders, spine. I like getting into the spine before we do shoulders because spine has a lot to do with our shoulders, right? So we're gonna work on a segmented cat-cow. So a lot of people know what a cat-cow is. It's a really, really common exercise, but a lot of people do it in a way that doesn't necessarily benefit their imbalances because you see a lot of people just kind of going through the motions like that, right? That doesn't really do much for you other than make you look like you're doing a little hit Britney Spears video. So, yeah, exactly. So, trying to keep your core nice and tight again. Remember, I mean, our spine and our core work together, right? So all this stuff works together. So try to use your core to change how your spine is working, right? So we're trying to start with our hips each time. So we're gonna try to extend with the hips first. So we're gonna think about 1 vertebrae at a time, extending all the way up. Feel the muscles working, and then you're gonna really feel the core going the other way when you're trying to tuck the hips first, draw that core in, and trying to get some good rounding through that spine. And we're gonna do about 3 to 5-ish reps. I'm gonna kind of let you guys move at your own speed here just a little bit because everybody's gonna have a little different control. But I'm just gonna kind of cue you out and I'm gonna come by and help everyone out with it a little bit more. So let's start with the extension first. So try to extend those hips first, starting at the bottom. We're gonna go 1 vertebrae at a time, going into that extension. Nope, other way. Yeah, this way. And then try to go 1 at a time, working it all the way up. And hold each top end of the position for about 5 seconds, just to give yourself time to feel that work. Holding right there. Now starting with the hips again, start tucking at the hips. Yep, perfect. And then going 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up and get that good rounded spine through there. Draw those abs in. Feel your abs rounding your back. Connect all that together. Now starting with the hips again, let's go back and do extension. Good. 1 vertebrae at a time. Good, good, good. There we go. Nice, just holding that right there. Let's go into the tuck. Yeah. 1 at a time, 1 at a time, good. Draw those abs in. Then going the other way, 1 at a time. Try to hold this a little longer as you work your way up. There we go. Couple more reps. Give me some extension right here. All right, let's start rounding. There it is. Try to keep this down. Keep that down. There it is. There it is. Felt the difference there? You stopped moving from here as much and you started getting it down here. There you go, Doug. Try to hold this here as long as you can. Now give me some extension through those hips. So try to poke those hips back. Going the other way. There you go. Hold here. And then keep moving from here, 1 at a time. There it is. You're real locked up through here. Good. Last rep. Nice. Hold that right there. Now tuck first here. Go other way. Tuck, 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 tuck. There it is. Good. And relax. There we go. So everybody get the spine working a little bit, feel it a little bit. You know, it feels a little different than what I showed before when you're just kind of going through the motion. So next thing we're gonna do, like I said, everything's gonna happen on the hands and knees for the CARs today. So we're gonna do a shoulder CAR from the hands and knees. So what that's gonna look like, it's the same concept as what we did with the hips. Hips and shoulders are both a rotational joint. We're trying to rotate those joints as much as we can with control, right? So here, we'll start whatever it is. This one's really important to keep your core tight too, even if you have to like take a quick reset every time after a rep, that's completely fine. Because you're gonna be posted up one hand's gonna be coming out. We're gonna be lifting as high as you can. So even if that's just like right here, but I don't want your trap to kick in, right? So I don't want you to be shrugging to try to make it happen. Keep those traps down as much as you can to make it all be in the shoulder. So we're lifting, and then you're thinking about turning the thumb down and away. Big reach all the way around. So knuckles will end down by the hip, so we're always turning that palm out at the bottom. And then we're going to reverse it. We're going to bring it straight up as high as you can, rotate that palm out, pull that shoulder blade down, and keep that shoulder blade down as you come all the way back around to the top. Okay? So I'll cue these out too. We're going to do 3 reps each side. Try to just stay nice and steady. The reason I'm cueing it out is because I want you guys to stay nice and controlled. I don't want you to kind of rush through it. I want you to really feel those muscles work, right? So let's go left arm first. I need someone literally manning a fucking camera when I'm in here because this is so annoying to me that it does this.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll take over.
Yeah. So now that we're back in this, what we're doing is a 90-90. Just leaning forward into that stretch. Remember, leading with that spine. Yeah, I'm going to have to hire somebody to do this because I can't be checking it all the time. Huh? Yeah. Really just need someone to sit behind it and watch, make sure. Yeah. Just keep breathing into it. All right, so what we're going to do here, so keep into the stretch, and we're going to get into some activation here, right? So what I mean by that is we're going to try to activate that front glute while we're at the end range of this stretch, okay? So whatever your end range is, so what you're going to think about doing is pushing your knee into the ground to activate that glute, okay? So I'm going to cue it up from 20 to 100%, and you're trying to gauge out whatever that percentage is. I want you to slowly work it up. It's your perceived amount of tension, right? So that's going to be a little different from everybody, but when you get to 100%, it should be really burning and you should feel that glute working. Okay, so go ahead and find that stretch that you were in because I want it to be at that end range of your stretch. Okay? And then holding that right there, we're going to start pushing that knee down 20%. 40, 60, 80, 100. Hold right there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest that tension and take a breath. Does anybody not get the glute to fire? Does it feel okay? Everybody doing okay? Cool. Cool. All right. Staying in that stretch, we're going to do one more rep, and then we're going to do a real spicy rep on this front leg. So staying into it. Find that stretch. Start building that tension, 20%. 40, 60, 80, 100%. Hold right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest right there. So, yeah, you got to shake that out a little bit. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. We're getting some work today, huh? All right, so we're going to do a real spicy rep here. So what that's going to look like, we're in the stretch. We're doing the same activation as we just did. Then we're going to lift our hands. And you can either go hands across the chest. You can just have your hands out for support if you need to. But we're going to try to drive ourselves up to the top of this position, staying active the whole time. And then nice and controlled on the way down. I'm going to be doing a 3 count through this. We're going to do 3 reps without stopping, okay? So I'll be counting 1, 2, 3 on the way up, 3, 2, 1 on the way down. Just trying to go nice and controlled. Idea is driving all through the glute, okay? So go ahead and get into your stretch. Yep. Find that good stretch. Build it up. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. Hold right there. Lift the hands. And then drive. It's okay. Just keep your hands down. Drive yourself up to the top. Still try to drive that torso up to the top. Use those hands for support. Yeah, there you go. Good. And then slow back down. 3, 2, 1. Back up. 1, 2, 3. Down. 3, 2, 1. Good. Up. 1, 2, 3, down, 3, 2, 1, and rest right there. Good. If you got to shake that out for a second, completely fine. But then we're going to get into that back hip. So we're going to rotate. We're not going to switch yet. We're not switching yet. I see you switching over there. I know. Staying in it, staying in it. But we're going to rotate our torso towards that back hip. So we're going to go finding the stretch in this back hip. You can either rotate right on top of it. If this is too tough, you can go hands behind, rotate this way. Whatever works for you. Just trying to find that good stretch in the top of that hip. It may even be underneath the hip. It's really just going to depend on where you're holding that tension for that hip. Also, what I like to tell people to do is, Joe and Jen are already doing it. If you want to dig into the top of that hip, into that TFL is a big rotation limiter because we sit all day a lot of times. And loosening up that TFL will help a lot of that rotation and that activation through that glute. Just keep staying in that stretch. I really hope this microphone's still working in the videos. If you, what?
We look like an elderly porn video.
Hey, I'd watch. If you need to bring this leg in a little bit, if you need to bring your front leg in a little bit to take some of that off, that's okay. Like if that front glute is still kind of screaming from the other stuff we did. Just digging in there. So we got 2 movements we're going to do here. We're not going to do them yet. I'm going to tell you what they are first as you're staying in the stretch. Then we're going to get into it. So we're going to do 5 reps with a 5-second hold, just lifting the ankle. So to make it easier or harder, easier is if you lean forward, harder is if you stay as tall as you can, okay? So what that's going to be here. So if I'm leaning forward, it's a little bit easier to get that to lift. If I'm staying tall, it's a little bit harder. But the goal is just getting that glute to really fire up. This is a common one that people want to cramp up on. So that's completely fine if you do. Try to fight through it as best you can. What they tell us in these like certifications is a cramp will force you out of the position, but if it feels like it's going to cramp, it's not fully cramped yet. So try to fight through it as best you can. Like hold it until it does. And then, so the other part of this we're going to do, so we're going to go 5 reps that way, and then we're going to go right into 5 reps of external rotation, trying to just lift the knee. Same thing, trying to find the other part of the glute, keeping that foot on the ground, okay? So leaning forward, whatever that position needs to be for you. I only want about anywhere from that 2 to 4 inches of lift off the ground. I don't want any more than that. Any more than that, we're not really at a good end range position. So go ahead and everybody lift. Hold that top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Nice. Right back up, lift. Gotcha. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Let's go right back up. Number 3, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Take a breath. Rep number 4, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Take a breath. Rep number 5 and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Take a breath. Go right into those knee lifts where we're trying to externally rotate the hip. So we're going to be lifting that back knee. So go ahead and rotate. Try to find that glute. Keep those hips still. Find the glute. Find the glute. Don't let the hips move. Lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Lift again. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Right back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. 2 more. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Last one. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Now we can switch sides. Give yourself a second in between. Need to shake it out a little bit. A lot of people, like I said, think this is a stretch class and end up sweating to death in here. So yeah. We're definitely doing that, don't you? Oh yeah, we're doing that after this. Yep. Nope. We're gonna do it afterwards. Switching the order up on it. So what I like to do recently with these 90-90s, I just started doing this, where we're going to inverse the order of how we just did things. Because if we start with the same order, you just work the hell out of that back leg, and now that back leg is the front leg, right? So we're going to switch it up, and now we're going to do the back leg first, so all the things you just did, and then switch it into the front leg. That way we give that front leg a little bit of a break. So go ahead and switch sides, whatever it is. And then remember, we're going to rotate that torso towards that back leg to get that nice stretch in that back leg. Bring this guy back just a little bit. Yeah, back here. There you go. Just breathing into that stretch. Remember, try to rotate towards that back leg. I think there's someone at the door. There you go. Keep breathing into that stretch. Remember, dig into that TFL, that hip tissue at the top, kind of near your pocket. It's probably going to be tender. That's what we want. Digging in that tissue. Good, keep breathing into that, keep finding that stretch. All right, turning back towards the front. You guys kind of know the drill now, so that's the nice thing about this second side is you guys know what's coming. Actually, I don't know if it's nice or not. Kind of know the torture you're about to get into. All right, so we're just going to create that lift on the ankle first, that internal rotation. So you're going to go big lift on the ankle wherever you got to be to make it happen. Hold right there, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Take a breath. And lift again. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Take a breath. Rep number 3. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Take a breath. Rep number 4. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Last rep. Take a breath. Big lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Take a breath. Remember, we're going those knee lifts, those external rotations. Keep the foot on the ground. Try not to let the hips move. Lift. Feel that butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Good. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. And up. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Take a breath. If you need to shake that out for a second, completely fine. But now we're going to get into our front leg stretch on that glute. So remember, it's trying to lead with the hips, trying to keep those hips nice and extended, spine nice and long. We're trying to get into that position to find that best possible glute stretch. There you go. And we're just going to spend a little time right here. If you don't feel the stretch, let me know. I can come by and tweak it a little bit. I want to get it all on that hip. There we go. Keep breathing. Remember, you can explore around with that torso, finding those different positions. Good. Just feeling that stretch a little differently, each position the torso gets into. All right, so staying at your stretch, at your end range right here. Remember, we're getting those activations first. We're going to go two rounds of just activating that glute, building the tension, figuring out what that feels like. And then we're going to get into those actual movements through that stretch as well. So first one, start driving that knee down, 20%, 40, 60, 80, 100%. Hold right there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest that tension. Take a breath. Whew. There we go. Going again. Second one. Start driving that tension down. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. Hold right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take a breath. Here we go. We got our spicy one coming up. That movement through the stretch. If you need to assist yourself, Dave, that's completely fine. I want you to use those hands. I just want you to practice working yourself up, using that glute, and then controlling yourself down. Using the arms as much as you need to, but just try to focus on that hip tension. So leaning forward first. Remember, I want you to be at the end range of your stretch. Build it up. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. Hold right there. Lift the hands if you can. Drive yourself up. 1, 2, 3, down. 3, 2, 1. Up. 1, 2, 3, down. 3, 2, 1. Up. 1, 2, 3, down. 3, 2, 1, and relax. There we go. Very good. All right, shake that out for a second. We're not 100% done with the 90-90 yet, but we're almost there. This is the last thing we're doing in this position, and then those hips get a little break. So what we're going to do right here, we're going to do what's called a 90-90 transfer. Some call it a bear sit transfer. There's a couple different names for it, but the idea here is we're going from one side of our 90 to the other side of our 90. So if I'm here, what it's going to look like is we're going to try to rotate this back leg first, and we're trying to keep our knees as far apart from each other as possible, right? So we're going to keep our rotating from the back leg. I'm trying to continually push this down as much as I can, rotating that trail leg, nice stretch in the groin, and then control on the way down. I'm trying to keep this leg high as I'm pushing this leg down like this, right? And then we're going to go back the other way, okay? So it's going to be spicy. We're going to do about 4 reps each side. There we go. Yep. So find that position that, whatever side you want to start with, doesn't matter to me. So start with that back leg. It's that just like those rotations we did. Start lifting that knee. Try to start driving your front leg down. Try to keep those knees as far apart as possible. And then when you get to that end range position, allow your hips to start shifting sides and start slowly getting into that position on the other side. There you go. Good, work it around. Good. Good, there we go. And back the other way. Go ahead and lift that trail leg, keep that front leg away. Open it up nice and slow as you can. There you go. If you can try the next couple reps without your hands on the ground, makes it a lot tougher. So go ahead and lift that trail leg, start rotating all the way around. There we go. Good. Then reverse it. As soon as you touch, go right back into the next rep. I want this to be a little bit more challenging by ramping up the speed here. Good. Let's go 2 more reps each side. There we go. Nice. Good. One more rep each side. Jenny, you're just creeping up on her over here. You guys trying to snuggle over here in the back?
I'm trying to spoon Vicky.
There you go. Good. There we go. And take a break. Come on out of those hips. Ooh. Nice. There we go. So we're going to do a little T-spine work before we get into the shoulders. So I'm going to have everybody laying down on your side here. So let's go heads towards the middle right here. And what we're going to be doing, we're just going to be doing an active T-spine rotation. So what that's going to look like, or open book stretch, some people call it. Bottom leg will be straight. I want that top leg to stay towards the ground here, or stay in contact with the ground. And you're going to try to actively rotate through that spine as much as you can. So when I'm here, I'm not just letting gravity take me. I'm actually trying to use my back muscles to pull that hand closer to the ground. And then I'm coming back around, and we're going to do it again. So we're going to go nice and slow through this. So go ahead and start rotating. Try to really feel those muscles. You guys might clap hands a little bit. That's okay. Just hold right there. Give yourself about 3 breaths per rep. So when you're in that maximal stretch position, you're trying to take about 3 breaths. There you go. Good. Just try to work that spine. Rotation is something we don't get enough of, so we got to do it in here. Most of our training programs are very linear based. Good gracious. There we go. Once you get to 4 reps, go ahead and switch sides. I'm going to kind of give you some freedom with this to explore this. There we go. Good. Yeah. Once you're ready, go ahead and switch sides. If you need a little more time in each of these positions, that's completely fine. Switch your legs. There you go. Good. Yeah, let that head relax as much as you can as you rotate open. It's okay if it's not relaxed as you rotate, but once you get to the back, try to let it relax. Try not to hold tension in that neck too much. There we go. Good. If you need to hold that stretch longer, that's completely fine. Just get those reps in. There you go. Good. And once you get done with your reps here, we're just going to roll over onto our stomachs, and we got some shoulder work to do. Before we really get into the shoulder work, we're going to do another kind of active opener here for the chest. The chest is probably the most common limiting factor I see to our shoulder mobility, just from our lifestyles, from our workout, whatever it is. We tend to get really tight and rounded through the front of these shoulders. So what we're going to do first is one of my favorite chest stretches, and we're just going to get into is also some rotation as well. The scorpion stretch here. So you're going to be down on your stomach, one hand out to the side, and we're going to be kicking the opposite leg over, trying to get that nice stretch. I want a long arm scorpion here, so we're not going to do a bent arm, but I want you to make sure that arm's about shoulder height, maybe even a little higher. And then you're just going to go back and forth each side. Same thing, 3 breaths per side. And we're going to rotate through 4 reps each side right here. Yep, so try to make sure that arm stays nice and flat. We're trying to rotate that spine, get that nice stretch in that chest. Yeah, there you go. And what you can do is you can use this arm to push off of a little bit. So post this, so lay down flat, and then use this arm to here, and then you can rotate yourself as much as you can. You should get a nice stretch in this shoulder through here. There you go. There you go. Just keep breathing. Remember, like I said, 3 breaths per side. Then we're going to get into some nice shoulder work after this. This is kind of starting out that shoulder work with a good stretch. Bring this out here just a little bit. There you go. Good. Do not like standing on the side because that noise is so loud. There you go. Keep breathing. Once you get 4 reps, now we're going to go all the way on our stomachs. And we're going to start with our arms at 90 degrees out by our side right here. So like a field goal post, just like Steph is right there. Perfect. So I want your chin to stay tucked, face towards the ground. Holy cow. So much noise in here right now. I'm going to go in a rage attack. All right. So now what we're going to do here, we're working on that external rotation, okay? So we're keeping the elbows on the ground, and I want you to try to lift your wrists off the ground here using the back of your shoulders. And hold right there. Just hold. Give yourself some time to feel the back of those shoulders working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Let's go. Big lift again. We're in 3 of these. Lift. Feel the back of those shoulders. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Let's go. Big lift. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. So the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to go from that lift and we're going to go into a press, okay? So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to stay. I want you to remember what that felt like, what that rotation felt like, because when we go into these presses, I don't want you to let your elbows get higher than your wrists. Whenever we go and our elbows flare higher than our wrists, that means we're going to be dumping into the front of our shoulders. I want you to keep this all in the back of the shoulders here. Back of the shoulders, upper back. So go big rotation first. Hold right there. Find that position. Now try to hold that position as you slowly press overhead. Like you're doing a shoulder press, staying nice and low to the ground. Good. Hold right there overhead. Get those arms all the way straight, all the way straight, all the way straight. Right here. And then pull it back down. Set them down. Good. Let's go. And rotate. Press it out. Good. Hold it. Pull it back down. Set them down. Nice. One more just like that. Rotate. Press it out. Get those arms as straight as you can get them. Hold right there. Good. Pull it back down. Set them down. Nice. Here we go. Last one of these in the sequence. This is a spicy one I haven't thrown in there yet. You're going to do the exact same thing you just did, and then you're going to go into basically a shoulder car, but we're going to do a swimmer variation of this. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to lift, you're going to press, but then from here you're going to rotate all the way around, get the hands behind the back, and then you're going to go lift off the back, rotate, back around to the top, and when you get around to the top, you're going to pull them back down like we just did in that press. Okay? So let's go. Rotate, hold, press it out. Good. When you get all the way locked out, go into that swimmer all the way around. Hinge those hands behind the back. Good. And then you go big lift from here. Squeeze those elbows, squeeze those shoulder blades, rotate all the way around. Good. When you get to the top, pull it back down like the press. Good, and set them down. Very good. You got 3. We got 2 more of those. We're doing 3 total. Let's go rotate first. Press it out. Good. Rotate all the way around. Hands behind the back. Good. Squeeze those elbows high. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lift it up. Rotate back around. Pull that press back down. Good. One more right here. Go rotate. Press it out. Big rotation all the way around. Good. Big lift here. Squeeze those shoulder blades up, around. And then pulling it down. Nice. Very good. Very good. Last little shoulder burner we're about to do. You're going to have one hand start on your back, lower back, and one hand's going to start up top. And you're going to go lift them both, and you're going to go all the way around to each side. Okay? Yep, infinity arms. That's what these are called right here. So you can go both arms at the same time. So both arms are going to move at the same time. We're going to work those brains a little bit with these shoulders. So let's go lift both sides right here. This is the last one we're doing. Rotate all the way around both sides. Let's go switch it, lift again, rotate all the way around. Jen using that coffee as a little extra obstacle here. Good. Big lift. Back around. Good. Testing that rotation. Good. Set them down. Big lift again. All the way around. There you go. Switching side, or sorry, one more rep each side. There you go. Work it around. Good. Last one. Good. And take a breath. That is it, guys. You guys are done. Thank you so much for coming out on this Saturday. Now let's hope it actually worked.